So, we are here to chat about our March 24th event, Beyond the Kegel. What are we calling it? What are we calling it? Beyond the Kegel?
Beyond Eagle.
Beyond Kegels,
Yeah.
because that's part of the tagline of one of my pelvic floor programs. So, our live event on March 24th. So, next Tuesday.
Coming
It's
out
gonna be
fast.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks so much, Kim, for agreeing to be on the panel.
yeah. Yeah, dynamo pack of ladies, a gynecologist, yoga therapy, my work with pelvic floor health,
Well, first, we
fitness.
do have Dr. Sadaf, and
Yes.
she was on the podcast before, and she was great. And what Dr. Sadaf is going to talk about is, the stuff that comes up for women our age that is kind of embarrassing to talk about. Vaginal dryness, how it affects our intimacy. Sometimes at our stage of life, there are changes with our intimate partnerships for
Mhm.
various reasons. And a lot of my friends, their husbands maybe had to go on medication, which affected how they were interacting
Mhm.
with each other. And then there's just the loss of libido at our age, which is normal, but nobody really talks about it. So, Dr. Sidoff will be giving us information around that and then how to talk to our own doctors to get the support that we need. And then you're coming on, which is amazing because you're going to be sharing with us some reasons why, and like explaining the interrelationship, which nobody ever thinks about, right, Kim? About hip flexor, tight
Yeah,
jaw, pelvic floor dysfunction, and
yeah,
giving us things we can actually do in real
yeah,
life.
yeah.
We have an exercise specialist. Her name is Deborah Atkinson. She runs Flipping 50 Fitness. She's
Sounds
really
fabulous.
dynamic. And she's going to be talking about how when we enter this stage of life, when we start having some pelvic floor issues, we can start saying no to fun things. And
Mhm.
we start saying no to exercise, which a lot of us are nervous to jump or nervous to. A 1 hour Zumba class means 3 trips to the bathroom. So we start
Mhm.
saying no to fun things and then we start getting weaker. And
Yeah.
that's definitely not where we want to go with older women. So she's going to be talking about that. And we also have a really interesting guest who's a member of our Substack community as well, Clarissa Christensen. And she's going to be talking about traditional Chinese medicine and the approach that herbs and some of those practices have to support midlife women, particularly for our pelvic floor health. And then I'll be talking a little bit, and I'm specialized in yoga and mindfulness. So I want to talk about getting up to pee in the night and some
Mhm.
hormonal connections you might not know about and some strategies so that you can maybe get a little bit better rest at night, which is key to all the things that we're talking about is getting some good
Yeah.
rest. So sorry,
Super
that was a
exciting.
long explanation, but I'm just really
Oh,
excited
oh, juicy.
about
Yeah.
the people that are coming together. And I think it's a really unique combination of expertise. And
Mhm.
we're going to have some talks that, women just don't get access to this information easily.
Mhm.
There's a lot of stuff floating around out there that they want to sell you a bunch of things. And
Mhm.
whether it's really accurate or really applicable to our stage of life. So these are real women, real practitioners, real credentials, talking about real stuff.
And with just decades of experience, what I love about professionals our age is that there's decades of experience. And what I found with women practitioners, like we are always so hungry to learn more. Where I found that not that there's a male or a female thing, but the tendency I found with male professionals is what I learned in 1942 is the way. And women are like, what I learned in 1989 when I was in college, we know better now. Let's do better. And women are always so excited to learn more. What's new? What's the latest? What does the research say? And adapt that without ego, without having a fixed mindset around what works. And that's what I love about working with female providers is they're not stuck in their ways. At least the ones that I've been exposed to and the ones that I choose to work with, that there's this really glorious hunger for learning and for exploring things that are up and coming because things do improve over time.
Well,
And
we've had a lot of change in this
Mhm.
space in the last 5 years. I mean, when I hit menopause at the beginning of COVID, I was still being told very clearly, if you go on any kind of hormone therapy,
Mhm.
you're going to get cancer. You
Mhm.
must do things naturally, especially within my yoga community. There's a lot of kind of messaging around doing things naturally. And, so, I mean, that's only about 6 years ago.
Mhm.
The black box warning has come off vaginal estrogen. We're having celebrities openly talk about menopause now, and there's been a major reversal in a lot of the medical thinking around the risks of HRT
Yep.
and, the benefits, the long-term
Mhm.
benefits. But some of that, like you say, hasn't trickled down to the local doctor that you go to as your
Mhm.
first primary, line of
Mhm.
care. I hear that all the time from my clients, that they
Mhm.
have been listening to my podcast or they've been doing the She Mindfulness program with me, and they talk about, my own journey and the importance of going to get medical support when you need it, when symptoms are there. And then they report back to me, I'm sorry, my doctor said I'm not a candidate. And I'm like, well, why? Well, I just don't have hot flashes right now. And so
Right.
that, like you say, this has really changed in the last few years. So you
Mhm.
really have to seek out and ready to advocate for yourself, to update um, what we have. There wasn't a lot of research on
Mhm.
women's health. Like there was just a real lack. It was a desert. So
Yep.
that is starting to change, and we're
Yep.
having some good meta analyses coming out now. And all the people that are going to be on the panel, um, they have done that work to stay right up to date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the work that I do in my program, Unleakable, with pelvic floor health, like incorporating specifically yoga, breath work with some physical therapy type modalities. So the people I study with are doctors in physical therapy who do nothing but pelvic floor physical therapy, but also working with all the adjacent structures in pelvic floor health. So instead of just approaching things from one aspect of just yoga, yoga will fix everything, to
Mhm.
incorporate this cutting edge physical therapy on women's bodies.
Mhm.
So they work solely with women. And so I love the work that they're doing, and they change their minds all the time. They're like,
Yeah.
what we thought 5 years ago or 10 years ago isn't quite accurate, or it works for this population, but not this population. And here's
Right.
why. And like you said, what's the meta analysis? What does the data say? And to embrace data in yoga, data in pelvic floor health, data like and yeah, so it gets so exciting. I love it. So thinking about getting disseminating the information of what we know works, what we know doesn't work, or have more questions about is exciting. It's very exciting for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And to make sure that women have this forum so that we
Mhm,
can know that we're not alone.
mhm,
Sometimes it feels embarrassing when you have to put a pad on,
mhm,
or you start saying no. Like I stopped before I got pelvic floor health. I stopped saying yes to hikes with my
mhm,
friends because I was too embarrassed to go pee in the bush every 5 minutes.
mhm,
So you start missing out on things, and your world gets smaller and more narrow. And so it's
mhm.
really important for women to get the support. Thanks for having me on, Kim. This has been amazing to
Yeah.
share with you, and I really look forward to
Good.
our conversation on Tuesday night.
Me too. Me too. And for those of you guys who are live, I'll put the link to the event in the comments because I do see a couple people here. Um, there's the link to the event, and it's Tuesday, March 24 at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Right, and
ET.
it's free to sign up for it, and
ET. And it's just by Zoom. When you register, you'll be sent a Zoom link.
mhm,
Um,
yeah,
and all of us have like little bonus freebies to give away for people. For my little freebie, I have it's a quick checklist of common and uncommon symptoms of pelvic floor dysfunction that might cause urinary incontinence, because that's my specialty. um yeah. So, and what are you working with lately? What's on your little
um,
appetizer plate?
well, because I'm gonna be talking about sleeping through the night, I
Mhm.
thought I would offer a $10 discount off my sleep solutions course, which
Mhm.
is a collection of resources. There's some education in there, but then there's actually like the meditations or the yoga practices to help people sleep a little bit better. It's normally
Mm.
$29, so that's Canadian. It's not a big investment, but I thought I could do $10 off for anybody that registers for
That
the
sounds
webinar.
fantastic.
And I'm not sure what everyone else is offering yet. They haven't got everything over to me yet, but I know everyone will have some sort of resource to help people keep moving forward.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. Well, thanks for coming on and talking about your panel, and thanks for having me on the panel. It's exciting stuff,
Uh, I,
and
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And thanks, Kim, for having me on this morning.
yeah, we should do this again sometime.
I think it would be fun because I think maybe we should schedule something and just have a really good chat because I think there's so much I can learn from you too.
Back at ya. I need to figure out how to I'm exhausted when I go to bed, and then I hit the sheets and my eyes are like, "Bring!" awake.
I hear you. Yeah. So it happened to me. I didn't realize it was perimenopause
Mhm.
because you just don't realize, like,
Nobody talks about it.
but that's when my insomnia started. So that's got to be a
Mhm.
good 15 years ago now. So I've been doing a really deep dive into sleep since then,
Mm.
but it's a
Yes,
huge issue.
it is a huge issue. Yes. All right, my friend, I will see you Tuesday, and I'll send you some things, and,
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Kim. Have a great
you
weekend.
too. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.